Ba-da-da-da. What's going on, everybody? All you trainers out there in the Pokemon land, PokeTube, all that good stuff. Any, Pokemon related. I'm Professor Adventure, and welcome to the channel. Now, this is my first ever video, so just a little introduction. I am a Pokemon enthusiast. I like just Pokemon. I took a break for about 3 generations. Been playing since the beginning, took that break, and then got back into it a couple years ago. And I decided to do this channel on anything Pokemon. Pokemon theories, Pokemon news, just Pokemon. It's a really awesome world and games. It's fantastic. I love it. I play Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Go, and I've played Sword and Shield and Arceus and BDSP, Scarlet and Violet. Pardon me. But I wanted to start this channel off on a theory or mystery, as it may be. Sorry, phone's going off. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a special kind of Pokemon that aired within the first 100 episodes of the anime. And it's Pokemon we have not yet seen in the gaming world, as it may. Only seen it in the anime. This Pokemon is called the Crystal Onix. Now, the Crystal Onix, if you don't know, is a special kind of Onix. And to get into the episode, it was like episode 88 or 288, something like that. It's where Ash, Misty, and Tracy are in the Orange Islands. They meet a sister and brother. I don't remember the sister's name, but the brother's name was Matteo. And glass is a very big thing in this island, right? Making glass artwork. That's what Matteo does, him and his Charmeleon. But he thinks his artwork stinks. It's garbage. And he wants to see the Crystal Onix just like his grandfather. And I'm not even doing this episode justice, so please go and watch it. It was an awesome episode. It inspired a lot of Pokemon anime watchers to try and figure out when we're ever going to get this. But anyways, getting back into the story. They actually do find the Crystal Onix. This special kind of Onix, and I'm going to show you right now what this Onix looked like. Now, the Crystal Onix was special, as you can see via the images that are popping up. It's not like the usual Onix. It's not gray and stony, but more like crystal or diamond. It was special because normally Onix, it's weak against water. 4 times weak against water, which is absolutely crazy. But in this image, in the episode, we actually see this Onix just chilling in some water. It was really strong, too. It actually took down, I think it was Matteo's cloister. But this Onix, they used water attacks on it, trying to take it down. I mean, Tracy had his marrow out, Matteo had his cloister, and they're using water gun and this, that, and another, and nothing is helping. It's just bouncing right off. This crystal is unaffected by water. Then, as they realize this, Matteo pulls out his Charmeleon once again, and they go into battle. This Onix even uses moves like rock throw and tackle, but the interesting part is that rock throw actually ends up being like crystalline rock for this rock throw, so it even changes the attack. It was just absolutely crazy, right? Now, this Onix, we've not seen it yet. It's not been brought into in-game, no promos, no nothing. But Nintendo's not even or not Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, excuse me, has not even acknowledged really this Pokemon. But what if I told you they have? So, we'll get to that. People have theorized that this could be a regional, which very well could be. They could, they're not wrong. It's different from a normal Onix. I mean, it definitely has a different type. It's probably like a steel type, seeing how the fire affected it more than anything else. But, I mean, maybe it's a gimmick. Maybe it's some sort of mega. I highly doubt that one. That one's definitely not on my list. But, just for devil's advocate, what if it is mega? They don't usually do megas for the first stage. They do megas for the second stage or the final stage of that line, being Steelix. And Steelix has a mega. So that rules that out. Now, what about the newest gimmick, the terrestrial, however you say it, terrestrialization. There we go. But it would have a hat, right? And it would be a normal, because no other terrestrialization has that kind of look. But normal's not weak against fire. So that leaves us with a regional. But Scarlet and Violet brought in something different. What if maybe it's a convergent? Like we had Toadschool and Toadscrew, right? Compared to Tentacle and Tentacruel. Maybe? I don't know. Now, earlier I said that Nintendo has not acknowledged this. But what if I have told you that they did? You see, most everybody looks at Onix's Pokedex entry, anything to do with Onix. Except maybe they're looking in the wrong places. You see, it started when I was in Sword and Shield playing again, that I found a Steelix. First time ever catching Steelix in Sword and Shield, and I saw the Pokedex entry. And then I knew. So I'm going to flip over here to some Pokedex entries. As you can see, all of these, it wasn't in Generation 7. We'll go back to Generation 2. Its body has been compressed deep under the ground. As a result, is even harder than a diamond. What if that crystal is not actually crystal, but diamond? It is said that if an Onix lives for over 100 years, its composition changes to become diamond-like. Now, this is gold and silver, just recently out of before we get all crazy here, it was actually after Orange Islands in the anime and after Red and Blue. So they already had this cooking up in gold and silver. And then many small metal particles that cover this Pokemon's body reflect bright light well. Sounds just like a Crystal Onix to me. Now, what if we keep going? And this is the crazy part. This is all talking about Onix, not Steelix. I mean, yeah, maybe the crystal version could be, but to me that sounds like Crystal Onix. Steelix lives even further underground than Onix. This Pokemon is known to dig towards the Earth's core. There are records of this Pokemon reaching a depth over 0.6 of a mile underground. Now, we're in Generation 3. Look at this. It is said that if an Onix lives for over 100 years, its composition changes to become diamond-like. We're not even talking about Steelix. We're talking about Onix. So maybe it could be a convergent. Could be a regional. Again, not necessarily thinking regional. But the fact that in multiple, we're talking Generation 2, Generation 3. Look, Generation 4 said that an Onix lives for over 100 years. becomes diamond-like as it evolves into a Steelix, which that adds a little bit more. Let's see. Tempered underground, under high pressure and heat, its body is harder than any metal. Talking about Steelix, okay. But then we get to Sword and Shield. Again, Onix lives for over 100 years. Composition changes to become diamond-like. I mean, this is totally talking about a Crystal Onix. So, what do you think? Do you think Pokemon Company sees us talking about this Crystal Onix? Do you think they want it? Y'all tell me in the comments. And real quick, I'm going to do like everybody does. Hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw. And want to, come on here, hang out with the Professor Adventure again. Do more theories, more general mysteries, and so on and so forth. All Pokemon related. Make sure to hit that like button. And tell me what you think in the comments. Well, that's all for today, trainers. Happy battling. Professor Adventure out.